May the gods keep the wolves in the hills and the women in our beds.
Hey! Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa.
Well, hello, sexy monkeys. Welcome back to Sky Gene Experience. I'm Ben. We are on episode 9 of The Offer. We have one more episode, and then this season's done. And I am going to be very salty if they do not do a season 2. I really hope they do continue on, because this season is so fucking good. It is so good. I know they have the Godfather Part 2 and Part 3, so we have plenty of room where they can go. But this is episode 9, just before the final episode, and it just keeps on fucking delivering. It really does. It delivered on a way where it surprised me. Especially the ending. Oh, there's 2 really good character arcs in this episode that really just within this episode, there's 2 guys that really shine differently. I'll get to that near the end. But mostly this episode starts out with the production going to Sicily and filming that scene with Sicily when Al Pacino, the character, falls in love, gets married, and the chick is blown up. It's a very pivotal scene in the movie because that's his final chance at having a normal life, Al Pacino's character. And when his girlfriend dies, his wife dies, he knows he has to be the Godfather. He has to go home because there's no being normal life no more. It's gone. So they filmed that scene of blowing that car up, and you find out that explosion was way too much. It was way too much. So when I need to go back, watch Godfather and watch that scene again, but supposedly that car scene when it blew up way too much. So when they go to Sicily, they went to Carolone. I probably pronounced that wrong, but it's a town in Sicily, and that was the original filming location. But when they got there, they realized there's actually local mafia there too, just like in New York City, of course. So they're like, you know what? Let's piece the fuck out. Let's go find a new filming location without the mafia, because they ain't got money to give the mafia. Plus, they don't want to deal with that shit again. So they go to a new filming location, which is what you do see in the actual movie, The Godfather. So they find a better location. They stay away from the mafia, and they save some money. I would think, though, this episode really is about Bob Evans. He's the senior vice president. He has been going downhill the last few episodes, and they did fire him. And Bob Evans, by the end of this episode, comes back to be the Bob Evans we all know he is. And the way he talks about movies, it's beautiful. It really is, as a producer. Because there's this other guy named Barry. He's trying to take over Bob Evans' senior vice president spot. But Barry knows absolutely nothing about making a movie. In this episode really shows that Barry is not where he's supposed to be. He should not be producing movies. And by the end of the episode, Barry realizes that, and he mans up. He's like, you know what? I hate Bob Evans. We disagree, but that motherfucker knows his shit. I don't, so I'm going to give Bob Evans his job back. And that is really a great character arc, because these guys absolutely hate each other. They disagree on everything, and you find that out throughout this whole season. And it ends on them, having dinner together. And they really have some really good moments together. Beautiful, beautiful episode. I like the way this episode ended. So the Mafia, they wanted to be part of the screening, the premiere. And of course, you can't have the Mafia at a screening. So they snuck out the film and flew to New York City. And Mafia themselves had their own private, secret screening. And they approved, as you would imagine. But it does end on the production assistant, the female. She is thinking about moving on to better, bigger things, because she was like, I'm tired of living under a man's scope. I want to be, top dog. She wants to be an agent. So she's talking about that. And Al Ruddy, the producer, is like, you know what? If you do that, I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I'm definitely going to miss you. But we don't know if she's going to leave or not yet. It's kind of a cliffhanger, but it was a really great episode. I would say this is probably my 3rd favorite episode, because you really had some really good dialogue back and forth between some characters. Absolutely beautiful. So I highly recommend watching this episode if you haven't seen any other episodes. So I'm waiting for the final episode 10 to come out here next week. And then when I do that, I'll do a whole season review. And I have no idea if they're going to do season 2 or not. I'm sure there's some news will come out soon, but until then, Sexy Monkeys, I'll see you later.